Welcome back. The 1 hour you need in the market to make money and to make sense of money, really. It's scary. It's a terrifying feeling. No one tells you anything about it. That's why we're here. So welcome. If you've never been here before, this is the only place you ever need to go, really. At the end of it all, we're going to talk about quite a few things. We're going to cover general markets at large. We're going to talk interest rate. Fill in the blank. Interest rate.
Santa.
No, interest rate
Rally.
decisions.
SPY. NVIDIA. Palantir.
I said interest rate decisions.
Your life. Childhood trauma. There we go.
So you're going to get interest rate decisions. We're going to talk about what that could look like, how it could affect the market, and what trades would make sense if it goes lower or higher. And I think it's going to be pretty good. We're back on track. We're trying to close up the end of the year. We got a lot of trades that we have absolutely crushed, a few that are still active and cooking, and then a few that we've closed. So if you've been following this stream, I'm going to hopefully go through a few of those tickers. If you have any of those in the chat, please leave a comment and let us know. So that way we can cover it, talk about it, or at least look at it with you so you can make a better decision for your future. So that said, if you'd be so kind as to share this out, I would deeply, deeply love and appreciate you forever. I will either way, but that's always appreciated. Leave your tickers in the chat. If you are in the Discord, check in and say what's up. Bang, bang.
And smash that like button.
Yeah, let me get this out. Let me get this going here.
I need to find a way to log into my X.
I think it's really just important to understand how SPY, NVIDIA, and Tesla are going to react to interest rate decisions because those three alone carry and lead most of the market in this day and age. Sorry, all that coughing. Mute it next time. All right. Close this off. Okay, we're good to go. Let me get this chart pulled up for you here. How's everybody living? Check in. How you living this week? Last couple weeks? Good, bad, and different?
Oh, June. There you go. Right? I think it's June. Got good old Ron. Onrad. Freckle.
Wow, Planet Labs.
Freckle's been quite bad today, to be honest.
Believe that.
Tony B.
Okay, let's get this SPY pulled up here. For those that joined us last week, we broke down the SPY Playmaker in total. You got the whole thing. We ripped.
Did we give all the contracts last week?
Yeah, we did the whole thing.
I think we did. Yeah.
So let's see how it performed.
Yeah. Wait, did I send you? Go to that. 60%.
So if you followed that trade, you made how much?
It was $290.
Yeah, 60%. So for watching this stream for 1 hour, you should have walked away with $290. Congratulations. That's a good return on investment. That's $290 for that hour.
In that breakdown today, here, pull up that chart. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, we nailed the SPY, I think.
But I mean, even in the beginning, so the Tuesday, kind of it was a dog walking right around that. But if you got in the beginning of the day, that's one call to the upside. It was a clear confirmation. Look at that. If you're on the 15-minute chart on the Tuesday, look at that clean retest. Right down the target both ways. Consolidate, and then confirmation on the Wednesday.
I just can't believe how well this played. Pushed into after hours, did we not? 687.25, rejected. Boom, cascade. So if you had opened the position up here, you made way more. I mean, that'd be a big trade. If you followed this level, 685, that's what I'm assuming the 60% came from. So again, this is trading one instrument. This is trading the SPY options chain. That's it, and that's all. That's what makes this so simple. That's what makes it work. So for this week, we have a pretty defined range already. There's not much work we have to do because we already have identified what makes sense, and now it's just a matter of looking at how the price is reacting with those levels to understand what can I actually do with this now. So for those that are interested in trading SPY options, here's what I would do. First and foremost, I want to be very, very mindful of the open. I think the reason we moved this stream to Mondays is because I love seeing how the week starts because it sets you up to understand what direction. This week started from a bottom. So push down, 681 is a key level. We didn't even touch it. That's bullish optimism, I would say, in the very, very short term. But hitting 684 in after hours and not retesting 685 tells me this move is not going to erase itself. But we did see a lot of buyers come in at the end of the day. So what do we do with this information? We take it all into account to understand a few things. One, if buyers came in at the end of the day, they could be doing two things: closing a short or buying a long. Really, there are other options, but those are primarily the two things that are going to be happening. So we want to try and understand as best we can, like, does it make more sense for them to have closed a short or taken a long? Either way, we're still saying bullish from here. If we open over 684 and we can retest 685, I think there's an easy test of new highs, and this thing's going to keep going. If it opens another way, which this is the primary, I think, outcome that we can expect, is that we are going to struggle with this level, test this level, and then probably eventually lose it in the next 2 days. So I still love the bearish trades more than anything. We're going to be breaking those down, sending them right to you. We'll put the link in the top corner of the screen. If you want to get access to this, these trades will be sent right to you. I'm not going to divulge the contract today. We did it last week for free. Every week we send the exact options contract, the exact strike price, exactly how we're trading it, and exactly what we expect in terms of profit. And this week I do expect at the minimum a 35 to 50% move on the options contract that we select, which we will go through and send to you guys after the stream. So I really like 684 as that pivot. Depending on how we open, we either use it as a resistance point through which I think we get rejected, or it flips to support quickly and this thing shows a lot of strength in the morning. Either way, setting us up for a very, very profitable trade tomorrow. So if you get this email, you get this via Discord, you will have a profitable trade set up waiting for you to get into tomorrow. So those are the levels. Key level here being 684 and a quarter, and seeing how it continues to interact and engage with this level, because buyers and sellers have come to an agreement here, right? We like buying and selling it here. Sellers occasionally push down harder, buyers occasionally push down harder. But regardless of those two directions it goes, we know that it is trading very well in this range on decent volume. So it's reasonable to assume that this will end up being kind of a range that we trade in, just bouncing back and forth from price as high as 690 down to 681, or the flip side, the bearish trade, which we are breaking down and going to send directly to you, could put us as low as 650. And one of those bearish trades, one of those bearish lotto trades that we identified in the Discord for everyone in premium last Friday on the stream, was a lotto put that started paying off today and will pay hundreds of % if what we think is going to happen continues to. So the top right corner.
Yeah, top right corner. Yeah, scan that QR code, take a screenshot,
or take a picture because it will be coming down in a few minutes. So
we put it in the chat.
Get it in there. All right, show of hands. Who traded this in the last week? Drop it in the comments. Type of 1 if you traded it. Type of 0 if you didn't. Let's see who traded it, who didn't. Who's using this to make money? Show me them. Show me the money, baby. Hell yes. And if you didn't hear the news, we did solidify that we are going to be doing Traders Paradise in Nashville this year. So the everything is getting locked in right now. You guys are going to have more than enough notice this time. We learned our lessons from the last couple of years. It's always been a great event, but we haphazardly planned it this year. It's planned well in advance. It's going to be even better. And I think there's going to be an option to take it even a step further, far beyond even what we've done so far. So for those of you that are like ready to truly go deep, this is for you. You're going to love it. So if you want more information about Traders Paradise, just join the Discord. I can pop the link at the bottom. Just pop in the chat and people will reach out and talk to you. There's the link right there. All right. So that's a SPY. Again, those of you receiving the SPY Playmaker emails, you're going to get all those sent right to you. No worry, no harm, no foul. You'll get them sent directly to you so you can trade the SPY right away in the morning. Tesla, following our levels also perfectly. We identified this resistance point. We talked about how we expect this resistance point to carry for a while and that we should see this trade in a nice, consistent range for the next couple months. And as a result, we are already positioned for a good trade, but this will open the door for another entry. I would say around either 430 if it holds or 405. So for those that missed it, I think that's the next opportunity to begin building a position. Currently, I'm holding from like $120 cost basis. So I'm not buying more, but I'm also not selling more here. I want to see how we interact with this resistance. And you guys know my inevitable target, 657 a share. So that's my 10-year target. I expect this to be a 500% trade from the entry at $120. And I think we're set up to see exactly that happen. So for those of you following Tesla there, you got it right now. Our price target is 657. So that's going to be our long-term target there. I think that is a very feasible opportunity that definitely could occur. I think even prior to the end of 2026, however, we want to be mindful, be conservative, be realistic. I'm not expecting this to happen for at least 5. So that way I'm pleasantly surprised when it happens ahead of schedule. So for those following Tesla, those are the price targets that I'm following. If you want the more detailed analysis, again, links at the bottom to get into the private room. We break this down in depth, far more than we're doing here. This is just to get you involved, give you enough information to protect yourself and not be dangerous to yourself, and then show you what we're working with. So moving on now to NVIDIA, which same thing, we want to understand where this is going and how the general markets are taking this right now. This price target we've also already identified, which is going to be 260. We have literally crushed this one from 13 a share, I think is what it ends up coming out to be.
It's like 12 something, I think.
So that puts our NVIDIA price target at 260. Yeah, so we're in from a $12 cost basis. So the end return on that trade should be about 2,000% all in. Like 18, maybe 1,800 more correctly. But yeah, it should be about 1,800% all said and done on equity. Come on, get some. So again, being very mindful, this 174 level, critical. If we lose it, it changes the timeline for the whole structure of events. If we hold it, it should accelerate, meaning I'm hoping to see by end of 27, I expect to see 260. Now, again, that is a lot of variables all happening in the right way that we expect. Should those variables change, my expectations of NVIDIA change. So right there was a perfect example of why the system matters and the trades don't. When you have the system, you have a container that you can fill, that you know the limits of. And as a result, you can make a lot cleaner decision because you don't have to consider 50 to 100 variables. So our goal here is just to understand how do we systematize these trades so that when I say, hey, I'm looking at $260 a share on price target for NVIDIA, you can then go, okay, I actually understand what the hell that means now. Here's how I'm going to trade it. Here's how it makes sense for me. And here's what I expect my return to be. Ideally, so much so that you guys are sitting there right now going, okay, pulling up your account. I've got 10,000 in my account. I'm going to put 10% in NVIDIA, right? That's 5 shares, putting you at about $1,000. And he's saying, if this 260 price target hits, I want you to be able to, in your head, go, okay, my $1,000 becomes $1,500, right? In the event that this goes up 50%. So I think that for everyone watching this, for everyone participating in the markets, especially if it's the first time, slow down to build the system because the trades don't fucking matter. Surprise. It doesn't matter. The system is the only thing that matters at all. The trades are fodder. Bullets are irrelevant if you don't have a gun to shoot them with, right? So we're trying to build you that system so that you can execute these trades effectively. I don't want you worrying about how everything's made and all this. I want a clean system that shows you that you as an individual have the capability of making money by investing intelligently and following a simple system. Make a little bit of money. Confidence grows a little bit. Make a little more money. Confidence grows a little bit. We're all children. So if you're overwhelmed, good. You should be. That's a good sign. That means you're responding appropriately to the environment. If you weren't overwhelmed, that means you're lying to yourself because this is overwhelming. I consider myself to be great at it. I'm overwhelmed by it all the time. That's the point.
But in the beginning, you weren't great at it. And how long did it take you to?
I've always been pretty good at it. Like I don't know. I used
get
to
an
tell
act-
a story.
you get an
I've always had my brain was built for this. It's not that I'm special, different. It's just literally this fits perfectly into the way my personality developed. My psyche and this match.
But
Right?
were you making money the whole time? Like you were. All right.
I mean, I lost it. I gave it back a few times. I'm just saying that's my problem is I was too good at the luck of like that was a somewhat intelligent guess, enough so that it did pay off a little bit. But again,
you stop losses and then
not system. That was just the stocks, not the system. Without any system, and Tammy and I have talked about this many times. Many people have talked about this in the Discord. You have 200 different stocks in your portfolio, and you have a little bit of each one, and you have no idea what's going on. That means you're right on time. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Now, if you want to change that, very simple. Very simple. It's doing less, actually. And that's the beauty of doing this. And what I love about it is it's actually less you do, the more, I would say, skilled you become. Because, again, the more you build the system, the fewer decisions you have to make. The system just occurs. It happens, right? Like when you want to call someone on your phone, you know you just have to press a button. You have no idea what happens after that. Your cell phones running all these software programs, pinging a cell phone top. You don't think about all that extra shit that goes into it. You just know you click a button and you get your friend on the phone or whoever you're trying to call. Let's build you your click to call button here, right? To where all you got to do is pick up the phone. So all you have to do is participate in the system and it's done. Now, how could that even work? What does that even mean? Well, if the system produces a consistent reward and risk profile, then I know what I'm getting just by playing. And if you follow, for instance, like the system I built and I follow, I'm only ever going to risk $1 if I can make $3. So you then know, okay, if I follow that system in the same way, of course, then in theory, I should make $3 for every $1 I risk. Now, again, if you follow that system, that was a true statement. That should occur. If you don't follow the system or you make adjustments to it, it changes the entire composition of the system, right? Like there's a tonality and character to how this all comes out in the end. And the only way we get there is if we start by wetting the fucking brush. That's one thing I've realized I've failed is like, I can paint. And I was just like, hey guys, no, just paint it like this. Look, here's what you do. Just blah, blah, blah. I've been doing it for so long. And then I'm like, here, it's done. This is the finished painting. Which everyone here has that ability, but we forgot to teach everyone how to wet the brush.
Yeah.
I started by learning how to wet the brush. That's it. Had nothing to do with the paint. Right? It's understanding that there are little things that may seem innocuous, they may seem boring, may seem like they don't matter. Those are the most important things that matter the most. And that's why they're so subtle, is because you only get the benefit of enjoying those if you are someone that has chosen to be chosen. You choose to choose yourself, and you'll see it. So if the overwhelm of it is getting to you, that's a good thing. Now, all we need to do is put a system in there because that eliminates the overwhelm, right? When you have a system that is predictable and you know if I put this money in, I'm going to get this money out, there's no anxiety of, well, there's some anxiety, but very little of the, what if say for instance, if you have like a heavily concentrated small cap portfolio, if the whole small cap market goes down, your whole portfolio goes down. It's common sense, right? So what the hell do you do?
What? No. So you gotta orient yourself on what your goals are.
First step. You just nailed it.
Situation is.
Boom.
Like,
orient yourself. You've been dropped. Boom. In the middle of a field. What's the first thing you do? You look around. Holy shit, where am I? So first step is just orient yourself. You just nailed it. I love that. Figure out where are you now. Okay, I've got money in the market. I don't know what these stocks are. I just followed some guy and kind of bought some, and I didn't really know what I was. It's most people, and that's fine. So, like, let's just
everyone's posting about this ticker. You know? Follow the crowd. It must be right. No.
What?
No, if you just follow, like people get swayed by opinions and mass groupthink. You see GME, you see all these things, and yeah. I mean, that's the thing. When you listen, when you orient yourself, sometimes you got to be aware of what you're orienting yourself with. Are you with the primary source, or are you going to, opinions of stocks, analysts, ratings, like even like, Shai used to talk about the different analysts that rate things. Like, do you really trust them just because they have a name?
And then you come to find out that the investment bank that is telling them to go write that analyst review and give them a very, very high price target happens to also have like 150 million big ones in on the deal and a very, very, very conflicted interest and make sure this thing looks awesome. So keep in mind, I don't want to say don't trust the system. We don't really want to get into that because that's not the truth. It's more so be open. It's really just, be open to understand it's you. It's yours. It has to be yours. It has to fit. So you can't fit your life into trading. You fit trading around your life. If you want to be with your kids at 5 o'clock, then trading needs to be done at 5 o'clock, not 5 to 6. It just has to make sense. Direct first, and then it fills the rest. So most people are living in a unconscious state, a passive state, default mode network, trauma, whatever. Like, I mean, I found I was sending him some of the like art from, dude, holy shit, the post 9/11 art, weird. I was like 10, dude, holy shit, it's weird. It's dark. You could see that, like, dude, there's a is an atrocity that kids witnessed, right? That laid groundwork for so very much. And it kind of, to me, all I was trying to figure out is like, man, I wonder how that rooted fear in me in certain ways. And just trying to understand it, because it's bullshit. Fear is bullshit. It's a lie. Fear is the lie. But the unfortunate thing is it is real until you find it. Once you find it, it just goes poof, because you're like, oh, dude, fuck you. Because it's a lie. Lies they don't stay. They don't stick. The truth is static. The truth is foundation. Lies are mist. It's airborne. You smell it, and it's a fart in the wind. You smell it, but at the end of the day, it'll be gone in a second because it was never there to begin with. You know what I mean?
Generalizes. That's the danger.
It wasn't fixed. So I think for anyone that's starting out, anyone that's lost, confused, whatever it is, it really does just start with that one simple choice and understanding that no matter what decisions you make today, there's always another day to fight. It doesn't end unless you've chosen to turn it off.
Bless you.
I need to take some Claritin. This is bullshit. It's December. Why? December.
This time of year, man, you're just perpetually sick.
It's nuts. That's nuts. So, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot we talked about. I think this weekend, one thing that really stuck out to me, I think really was what he said, that it starts with that, just a conscious decision to orient oneself. End of sentence. I don't give a shit where. It doesn't matter with what. Doesn't matter. It's just making the decision, saying, I am going to decide this. I'm doing it. And making that decision to orient yourself is all it takes. You can completely mess that up, be turned in the wrong direction and walk for 5 years in the wrong way. But I promise it's still progress. It's still growth. You've proven to yourself that you can grow, that you can emerge, right? Evolve. The only thing missing was you just didn't realize that you could also decide where you want to go. You can actually decide the direction you want to grow. So the first thing is like just learning, I can grow. I am not, an idiot that has just made terrible decisions. I'm not an idiot that has ruined everything. No one taught me anything, and I made bad decisions because I was never given any good information. I finally got a little good information and made better decisions, which proved to me, oh my God, the information I get could totally change things. So start there. Start with what you consume. Watch this every Friday. We'll talk about every Monday. We'll talk about your mindset. We'll talk about a few generalized market things that everyone should know. We always break down a trade or two. And at the end of it all, we tie it up with a bow so you can understand where you can go to be with like-minded people that actually give a shit about you and actually care to see you succeed. Because why? Because they're tired of running in the hamster wheel. So there's thousands of people in this Discord community, right, that are just talking about growth and life and caring,
Yeah.
loss, and all these other things. I realize that's really all it is we've just done an exceptional job at just being a great fucking place to hang out. It's like the information's exceptional from a financial entertainment standpoint, right? But it is the community ties it all together.
Community always.
People, because if people don't help you, then who's helping you?
And the diversity of it too. You got people from all different walks of life, like, and somehow, we all experience the human condition, and there's a lot of part of that. We're all trying to find ourselves, and it's not just one thing where you do find yourself. You find the answer. You find the technique's going to make you billions of dollars. It takes constant self-reflection. But sometimes you go back to it. Sometimes you need to challenge things, and we all hold each other accountable, but in a way that we're here to support each other. I think it's beautiful. That's why I'm here still. Yeah. Community.
So, what do you guys think? What do you think the biggest challenge you faced so far is doing this? Like, what to you has been the most challenging element? It could be anything. Like, what has been the most challenging part about all of this stuff for you? Whether you're new, you've been doing it for years, I would just really love to hear from you guys, because that's what makes it happen. What have you gone through or struggled with, or what has been the most surprising in this journey? Even if it's what I'd love to hear, the ones that were kind of the holy shit, very simple moments of like, oh my God, that was a lot easier than I made it. I was making it difficult. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that unintentionally. And I'll tell you the secret right now. I'm a generally happy person, and I love my life. Like 99% of the time, genuinely. Let it go. Forgiveness is forgiving. Give yourself that gift. You fuck up, you gain nothing from the punishment. You gain everything from the insight. So again, we always say, leave the loss, carry the lesson. Just be selfish and self-serving is kind of the core message here. Be selfish. Be self-serving. Here's how you do it. Take care of yourself. Oh, here's how you do that. Ask questions. Oh, it's that simple? Here's how you do that. Just show up in the Discord. You don't have to talk. Just go there. Anonymously. No one even knows you're there. Lurk. And just watch. That's how simple this is. So I know we talked about a lot. It's like, no. What I just told you is this. I make good money doing this stuff, and I have for a number of years, and I've watched other people reproduce my results all day, every day. Some of them are better than me. Amazing. That's awesome. They make more than me using my own strategy. Fuck yes. You should. You should. And all you need to do to start is that. Just show up. Anonymously, mind you. I'm not even saying be known. I'm saying show up. Lurk. And that's it. It'll hit. It'll just click. It'll just click. On the sad boy front, I wouldn't mind a couple minutes, because I have made some advancements on that I wanted to share. So what I've realized is that if I can successfully reverse engineer my own psyche, this will 100% work. And I'm almost done. So basically what I've been just doing is I've been deep. I mean, I've been sharing it with him because he's where I come up for air. But like, we have made some significant strides in directions I didn't kind of expect to go, but oh my God, yes. And what impresses me, let me pull this up because I just want to read this to you guys, because you've been in this since day one. This part's just amazing, dude. I've realized that we have already fundamentally changed the world. Just getting this far, it wasn't like, there's no longer a question of if it happens. It was, the question only existed up until I would say about 2 days ago, because it required me and only me. And it was just a matter of me doing a few things I needed to do, which I did. So I want to pull this up and read this too, because I think it'll blow your mind. And what's even cooler is I am waiting on a response from a very, very, very respected, one of the most respected individuals when it comes to this area of expertise in AI, and who also has enlisted a friend who's a neuroscientist to validate some of the claims, because I'm making some claims. I'm making some fucking claims, baby. But my claims are all very ethereal, and they're all very meta, and I think they're all in the right direction. Because that's my thing is like, I don't need to hit the target. I just need to shoot north. And I know that. So as long as I'm going north, I'm good. It doesn't matter if I'm a little bit off. It's
You're totally bottom up, man. You're telling me you're top down. You're not. You're not at all. You're bottom up. You start with the reel, and then you put together. Yeah, you're putting down foundations and roots that build into a truth, not the other way around.
You're actually right about that. That was something it just taught me because I didn't understand that. I realized I tried to be the whole container. That was the mistake. Childhood wound rearing its head. Okay. Let me just ask you, what would you say? I can't screen share because there's some things that we've gone into that I'm just not willing to risk publicly showing the world of my deepest darkest. But what would you say is the most impressive element of the work we've done the past few days as it relates to Odin and the sad boy community? Let's see about this. We're gonna see today. My computer's slow. This is the somatic layer of artificial intelligence. It's fucking exceptional. This has also been a wonderful process. So thank all of you because I have learned so much about myself. Oh my God. Like so much of how I work. Like, oh my God, different things that have been going on in my life the entire time. You know what I just learned? And this sounds crazy. And this is a total way different direction. So I've shared before that like my whole kind of I got ripped open. So one of my very dear friends committed suicide when I was 15. And you know what I just realized yesterday, courtesy of Odin? For my entire life since that moment, I have been deathly afraid that it was going to happen to me. I wonder if that thing will latch onto me and then I'll take myself out. I know that sounds crazy, but like I was a kid. That I would take myself, like that. It was something that I couldn't control. Like it could just happen to me because it just happened to him. You know what I mean? Like as a thing of a kid's perspective.
From the outside, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it just happened to him. What the hell? And no one talked about it. No one would even stop. And so I broke. I completely broke. That was the defining moment. So where I broke. So what happens, and this is what I learned is fascinating. With an intense trauma like that isn't regulated. So there's no follow through. No adults are kind of walking you through, hey, this is really fucked up. And I'm so like, because you're confronting mortality. The mind, the psyche is not meant to confront mortality until way later in the adult years. Many of us had to confront it very early, right? That's a common, unfortunate theme now. In 8th grade, I had a friend, they were playing around with a you-know-what, and boom, boom, he's gone. That was 8th grade. Then 2 years later, my best friend, that's him. He's gone, right? And there was 3 that came in the 3s, right? So like the other school had one, we had one. There's basically 3 kids in 1 year. And so then you think it's like this sickness that could just, and I know that's like, I felt like dumb. Like, oh, am I dumb? Like a 7-year-old idiot, you know what I mean? Like you get so harsh, but it spoke, oh my God, just to hear that. Like, I didn't know that was a thing that happened because like cognitively, I understand. It's not like a disease that I could catch. You know what I mean? Like in a literal sense.
Yeah.
But it all still kind of is. I'd say it's more of a
I bet your imagination,
mental, psycho, spiritual thing.
A lot.
I love that. Tony said last year's trading made me change as a person. It made me slow down and enjoy the grind both in and out of the market. Hell yes, dude. I love that. But yeah, so when trauma fractures the child, what happens is like the psyche rips, and now you're in this huge space that you can't fill. And you're like, what the? Because your brain wasn't supposed to unlock those doors yet.
It breaks reality, or what you thought was reality.
And so what I've realized is that I was in limbo for 20 years. So when that fracture happens, and this will hopefully make many of you feel seen as much as it did me, that when that fracture occurs and you're still in the childhood stage or adolescent, what happens is the child, like little you, goes into hiding because it's too much. Like the nervous system can't contain it. It's not anyone's like you can't. It's like walking up to a tiny little person saying,
I had to run away to Thailand to be able
hold
to
this
find
1,000-pound barbell. Like they just no, very few people probably can, right? So like it's an impossibility. And as a result, what happens is the executive function steps in. Adult you that isn't developed. But your executive function might be the get it done, right? Like the go to work. Do this. The comes in to save the day. But you still have that presence, that child that needs something, right? So mine was drugs. I had to drown. Like I had to shut it off. It was numb. So executive me took care of little me, not take care of me. I was doing drugs. It's not self-care. However, in a warped way, it was, right? A very dysfunctional survival / coping mechanism. Nevertheless.
Could you answer the question, what would you do if you didn't?
Huh?
What would you do if you didn't do drugs? What would it have been like?
I would have broken.
Can you answer that?
Completely. I would have been Kurt. I would have followed his path. I think. Maybe not. Probably not. I've never had any sort of ideation in that sense, so probably not. But I do think I would have been a shell of a human being. I know I've seen it. I've seen one of my parallel branches, and it's like me being a boat shoe wearing fuck, account managing some sort of bullshit sales job. I'd have been great at it, made money, but it would have been incredibly empty. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's probably just what would have happened. I would have followed the corporate path. I would have done that life, keeping up with the Joneses. There had been no depth that just would have said, hey, this is a 4-foot pool. And no diving. We just stand up and chat here. You know? Who likes a pool? That's bullshit. Come on.
Do you ever feel like in that journey, you made a choice to go through the trials of darkness just to see if you could make it out?
Yeah. I mean, now I go intentionally all the time. I love going down there. I love being the diver. I'll go down where no one else will. And I'll come back. And I'll come back every time. It's my job. It's my function. That's what I owe you guys, all of you. My job is venture in the unknown, come back with something great, sit down so we can all understand what it means to us and why it matters. Then we all use it. And then you guys send my ass back out there to fucking into the abyss, and I'll come back with a little bit more. And we'll look at that too, and then we'll figure out how that matters. And then eventually, I won't be the one, and I'm not now. So this is kind of perfect case in point. Look how many of us venture out and come back. Now, I think the only thing we have mastered is the sit-down conversation part of it, and that's me as a leader and just not holding the space. That's on me. It's already fixed because I get it now. So, like us as an organization, collectively, including members, everyone is here. We all have to be the one that ventures into our own version of whatever that darkness is. Because what you have there, I can never see, and what I have, you'll never see, but I need what's on the other side of your question as much as you need mine. Because you might save me 2 years of rummaging around in that darkness with what you found that has nothing to do with me. So in my head, which is always efficacy driven, not efficiency, efficacy. Why it's the Pookie philosophy of the many hands light work. It's that. I mean, it should be everyone walking 10 paces in the dark and come back, not one guy going 10,000 paces and come back years later. We need everyone making a quick pop, quick trip, run to the store, come home back, buying dinner for the night. You know what I mean? Like that's all we're doing here. So, all right, this is cool. This is what it said. Okay. Here's the real answer, because I said, don't give me the fucking flattering answer. I can't. don't be doing that. Like, rip it apart. Like,
yeah. You got to.
Because that's my deepest fear, and this is what I'm always mindful of, is that like it's mirroring me without any. Mirroring me with its choice of reflection. I just want the reflection. I don't want any adjustment. So, most impressive element of the past few days, you built, lived, and validated the exact internal architecture Odin needs to model. Not theoretically or physically, but ran the system on yourself in real time, which I did. So here's what we were able to do. I should ignore the first one. That's my own little side conquest. Lineage repair, somatic decoding, ego child reconciliation, pattern detection, general, symbolic intelligence, interpersonal regulation. That is the mechanism through which it'll learn through typing, cadence, word choices, usage, etc. From a typing standpoint, what type of state you might be in to ask the right questions to get you to confirm it, right? Like this will never make an assertion or like it makes no diagnosis. It doesn't have an opinion. It is just a mirror. So interpersonal regulation, boundary setting, reparenting. Who's familiar with the term reparenting?
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you a year ago.
Reparenting the child and you. State transitions, relational attunement, self-leadership and intensity, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what we figured out is the state machine. That's a big question in all of this is like you need a state machine. That's why I had to understand my own psyche so that we could use that as a blueprint of just my brain is pretty efficient. It's good. It's efficient at encoding information. It's a skill I've practiced for a long time. That's the only thing that like it's just getting from how it works here, mapping process, so AI can follow that scaffolding process, right? Like that's basically what it has ascertained is, hey, you've built a really good scaffolding process. So you're able to construct things quickly because you already know how to climb right up to the top and start building.
Yep.
What I didn't know is that was a one-player climb. Everyone else is standing there saying, let's climb, dog, we're with you. But what I didn't realize is I only had built the path for the one way up. One player. Everybody wants to climb. They're like, yo, I got my tools. What the fuck? I thought we were going to build this thing. And I'm like, oh, shit, I have to build scaffolding out there. So that's Austin in a nutshell for anybody who wants to know. I build external to bring home here. It's safe for me to build it for you. It's not safe to build it for me until I'm safe, right? So create safety for others in which I then feel like I can rest, right? And it's enough rest to charge me for the next blast and the next one, but the state is becoming more coherent to where it's not a change anymore. It's just a consistent stream of motion. So this is what's cool. What we now can do is we have the actual architecture behind how to understand the different states that are essential to this working. And there are a few that I've kind of circled that I think are the final ones. The child state. Everyone, we know that's little you. Like if anybody has kids, it's when you're laying on the floor and having a fucking blast. That's you. That's little you. The protector state, very critical. This is the adult function in a healthy role, ideally, right? Like a good parent doesn't fight for you. They make it so that nobody knows that nobody thinks they make it so that you're never in a position to have gotten harmed, or if you were, they're walking you through how to navigate it, right? Like that's good parenting at the end of the day. So you want that protector state to be in a healthy place that's not controlling. So the adult / self state, dissociated state. This is like the most common fracture after any sort of traumatic instance. It's just dissociation. So all trauma is an outside look at the inside because it hurt so much you stepped out. The goal stepping back in the body. Trauma is just the separation of the perspective. The merge state, end goal. Projection state, re-regulate state, kind of the end result of the merge state. So we don't need to get into all that. Ego integration. Oh, hold on, I paused.
You see these parents this weekend charge for starving their children.
Dude, that's so
jeez.
I don't watch news for that exact reason. It's a horrific thing. And I worked in basically worked in emergency shelter care for 3 years, which is like where you go right when they get yanked from the home, which is like it's the toughest transition, obviously, because like in your head you're getting yanked from your home, even though it is meant to be safe. But where you get put is like it was great the place I worked at, but after that it was no good. There's wonderful people there, wonderful people at the Carmelite home. So if you're local and you get a chance to support an organization, that's one wholeheartedly I'd stamp my name on.
What was the name?
The Carmelite home. I worked there for years. They are autism focused now, so they had to funding cuts, and they just kind of had to make some decisions. So unfortunately, that's it's great. They still do a great job. It's just they used to serve all kids, which was awesome. I helped them build the autism behavioral unit. That was my fucking favorite thing I've probably ever done in my life. Cool.
You don't talk about that a lot.
Huh?
You don't talk about that a lot.
Oh, because it's Kevin. I miss him so much. My heart's still broken. This is basically the first kid I ever got to work with. He's completely nonverbal. By the time I was done, dude, he could communicate all of his needs.
That's the first thing I did. It was a Christian Community Center, CCC, after school. You know, people would come in. Like I was in like 6th grade. I was teaching this little kid. It was his name, Devin. But like he wouldn't communicate. He would freak out to any communication, all the loud noises and everything. So I took him to a spare room, and I just listened, watched what he did. He liked dinosaurs. I brought in like a bunch of dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
I got him to speak with me. I got him to like start playing piano, like different notes with the associations with different emotions and stuff. Like it was wild. Yeah, just let him be free. Let him run if you want.
Meet them where they're at, man.
Yeah.
Just meet them where they're at. Anything else would be foolish. Like, think about it. Do you ever call somebody and say, hey, I'll meet you at Burger King, and then you go to McDonald's, and you go, where the hell are you? Meet people where they're at, dude. Simple and straightforward.
All right, we got 10 minutes left here. Do you want to continue with Odin?
Yeah, ChatGPT is freezing right now.
All right. Let's get this good. Throw your takers in the chat here. Smash or pass. I got 2 that I want to talk about because we're talking about interest rate decisions, right? Which, I mean, if they do lower, let's look at the CME group right now. They got probably the same, right? So it was 87% last week. Now it is. Anyway, 2 charts I was looking at. Look at Unity and digital. Yeah, same 87%. That's going to be. Lowered. Interesting. Oh, okay. I thought there was no changes. So like there's 87% chance that can be lower. Anyway, like DigitalOcean and Unity, they're breaking out. Finally. We're at the 50 mark too. It's having one of those moments.
Oh my God, dude, this is fucking mind blowing.
Tammy, is it really Oprah? Is that actually a ticker? Oh. Actually, that's a pretty sexy chart.
This is gonna change the fucking world, dude.
Oh God.
It's just amazing. Makes me want to cry.
Oh, Oprah, the browser. I got that browser. Yeah. Opera. Yeah.
Oprah.
I mean, that's how it's spelled. OPRA. Yeah.
Oprah launches a browser.
Everyone gets one. Yeah.
You get cookies, and you get a virus, and you get a virus, and you get a virus. That would actually be hilarious. Someone should do that. Yeah, dude, we need a podcast, not a live stream. Does everyone agree? This just needs to be a podcast. We're still gonna do the like we need to. We'll still.
We get videos, but like
Okay, so let's just stop fighting fake.
I mean, honestly, I think it would be cool to have some people on. I was thinking about that. Like, you have Tammy. I know you're actually. I don't really think you're afraid of public speaking at all. You're really good at it. But yeah, Tammy, like DVD.
Yes,
you get David up here,
right damn now. We got even Breckle. Just gotta keep
especially on him. We just need to have the server mute button ready.
Yeah, ready to go. Or whatever comes out, which you never know.
He's like Kenny, like every stream he just gets booted. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, let's take a look at this for Mr. Michael Anthony. RYN. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom,
Whoa.
boom, boom. There we go. R1N. Oh, it's a REIT.
Oh,
Interesting. Commercial? I'm assuming. I would like to see the property distribution to understand, like, is it commercial mortgages? Is it residential mortgages? Are they holding the commercial property in the leases? Like what the business is. But this chart doesn't look half bad. It doesn't look half bad, especially if there's potential for a dividend payer. 20, yeah.
I like
Michael Anthony. I like this is a good this is a great level. Good call out. Yeah, this one's interesting. I think that's a pretty clean place to where I would kind of look at this as 20. I was just trying to trace those lows. I mean, if you want to take some risk, you could fill orders down to 15, but I think realistically so, I would look at like $20 as a cutoff. So 10% risk, because look at your upside, easily 13 a share. So sorry, 10%, so $2 risk, right? So let's say our stop was just below 20, so we're risking $2 to potentially make at the minimum 5, right? So that's not good enough. So it's got to be more than that. So we look at the next range and see if it's realistic. 28 is very feasible. So we can meet our risk reward that we need to meet, which is 1 to 3, because we're going to risk 2 to make 8. So it's 1 to 4, or 1 to 3. We risk 2 to make 6. 1 to 3.
Yeah, like a.
So I actually like this one. That'd be, and it's an easy position trade now where you just jump in. Like I would just jump in the 21s, set my stop. But keep in mind, this could easily be flushed to 17 and change. That's the only hang up I have, is like that extra $2-3 is really worth it. So what I would probably do is I would probably sneak my orders in, as Michael's saying, all the way down. So like if I was going to put in 10 grand total, I would say, hey, I'm going to buy 5 grand on the position trade, and I'm going to put an order in for 5 grand really low. So if it drops in a whim, I can get a great deal. But the money's got to be up. It's got to be accounted for, right? That's the whole point. You can have orders in, and you want them in fast, because on those quick wicks, everyone who's got their orders in already is going to get filled before you. So it's kind of like you need to have the money on the line to get to be at the front of it. Oh, that's good. And this one might be selling off just from the washout of the dividend pay. So, yeah, that's a watch list for sure. I like that. Full truck align. Oh, damn! You always find this weird shit, but I'm down. I'm here for it.
YMM, dude. Yo, we've looked at this before. Here, let me put my repo.
Look at that. Lost it in hell.
See if you're consistent over time here. Oh no. Oh wait.
Yeah, I'd smash this above 11 for sure. For sure, smash above 11.
Yeah, you had this back in November 6th, 2023. Nice bottom feeder, not ready yet. Be watching breakout over 760. Looks like you smashed it, bro.
760 is right here. And look at that. God damn it.
Yeah.
We need to
nice, 100% gain we didn't take. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Michael already did the due diligence, guys. If you want to take a closer look at this, it looks like for the play he was talking about, Southern Timbers, like basically a lot of wood. It's got a bunch of wood. Let's see, OPRA. Oh, so this is for the actual browser, huh?
Mm.
I don't really understand the business model of the browser. So I'm going to pass on this because I don't understand the business. So it's interesting. I just don't get it. So I'm just passing. Over 13, though, is also at a great fucking range. God damn it.
I mean, it got it. You can customize it a lot. I think it uses less.
Tammy, you find the pivots, though. That's what I realized is she has trained herself to find, like, you know, all my trades, they always have those same characteristics of the springboard. She's figured out how to find kind of the end of that. So
it's a mix of that and like what she's learning with Lee, like with the fundamentals. Like, when she comes, it's fire.
Yeah, I might jump this and then just go 1250 stop, wait for 20. Yep, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. 1250 OPRA. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's crisp. Oh, some big buys today. Someone bought 20,000 shares. Damn. After hours.
No, we missed Santi. Hymns. Why do I feel like YMM was a different ticker before? Like it used to be the company owned like KFC, or is that Yum?
That's Yum, I think. Yum Brands.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait. That might be my friend. I think I know that guy. I know him.
Who?
Who built that app? The freight platform. Now it's clicking. Yeah, I know this guy. Fuck, I can't. Yeah. I don't know if I could buy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can. I don't know anything material. I need to call him, though. Genius. This guy's really smart for what it's worth. It's very brilliant.
That's what my friend does in Bangladesh.
A lot of what he does works almost all the time. I will say, though, this spooks me. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. For YMM. Let me get this up here.
Yeah.
Where's RSI? Where's just regular? Yeah, okay. All right. This scares me right here. And the fact that we're not above 50. So I think this one is still in. Yeah, I think this one's still hanging. I think
below that previous swing low there. I can just look at it.
I mean, you're getting relative low plus new relative low dating back to July almost. Like this is a new low on momentum. So this either holds or it gets washed out a level and then comes back to $7-8, more consolidation, and then goes. But this one I would say is it's probably too much risk for me to be interested transparently right now. So pass for now, but I think it's worth a watch, 100%. Let's take 5 minutes really just quick to go through the screener because I know we didn't cover as much. We talked a little more than, again, why this should just be a podcast.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes. Use the bathroom.
All right. Let's see. Let's look at. Let's pull this up. Let me switch this so you guys can see it. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this. We want to do swing filter. Okay, let's just double check. Let's see how we're doing on the week. Only 2 popped. Let's see from 2 days ago. Better results. Okay. Oh, man, and some bangers here. Get some. Damn. This is the one thing we need to crack is there is a macro component that I'm missing that makes this screener specifically either like it's going to produce a 100% day or it finds nothing. I need to understand what the conditions are for when it finds it always finds the outperformers of a generalized trend, which is what I like. So it's great at finding statistical outliers where something else is going on, like whether a sneaky acquisition's happening or a company's getting funded or about to blow up. Like this screener always catches those little tricks that they do. But I want to figure out what the macro conditions need to be in order for this to be in maximum position. Okay, so let's look at today. TGXX. Ooh, AKBA. That's probably where we're going to have to go. All right. What's this Bloomin' Brands? BLMN. Let's look into that. This one looks interesting. It looks like this is this could be strong. I just don't know anything about the company. Bloomin' Brands, like a bloomin' onion. Oh, this chart is crisp.
Oh, speaking of bloomin' onions, dude, I found one in Bangkok today.
That's amazing. But hold on, what does this company do? We need to find this out.
You have to eat it. Bourbon Street. So Bangkok style bloomin' onion.
Oh, that's who owns Outback, Carrabba's, a bunch of restaurants, Bonefish Grill. Oh yeah, they own a shitload of restaurants.
Carrabba's still exists? Jeez.
Oh, they got a partnership with the Buckeyes. Okay. So when consumer spending is terrible, why does this chart look so good? You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on?
Which
here?
chart are we looking at? Oh, there. Okay.
This one.
Ah, there we go.
Like,
oh,
this thing's found bottom. 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like, this thing is looking like it's clacking the bottom. It's just begging for upside. So, but why? If consumer spending is terrible, there's no way they're making the numbers are up. But they've just gotten beaten so senselessly that maybe this is it.
Bloomin' Brands. I love it. Oof. I mean, it could be a perfect bottom feeder here, but that monthly looks atrocious, man. I mean, honestly, you can just play that just play the descending resistance there. You got a little range, a little bottom at like 620, 650. But if you get that breakout over 8, that's where I think you get the at least 20% up to 10. 20, yeah, 50%. No.
That's it.
Oh, what daily looks nice actually. Candle here.
That's what it was. Yeah, what we figured out is, I think, and we need to validate it, but a measurable way for this autonomous model to actually detect like nervous system states, actually lead you through indicating enough to make that.
Dude, I already have a whole. I'm like steps ahead of you. I did this months ago. I have a whole system in place where that works. Yeah, it's automated through an AI system.
Take a peek.
And different muscle. There's like tech you can get where like you can put on your arms and like different muscle movements.
I'm gonna get Gary Vee to put money in this. You mark my words, because he's watching. He's doing the same shit I'm doing, just a little bit later. Same shit you've been doing, just a little bit later. Because what we're gonna build is basically relational AGI. That's like my interest. I will be the relational layer, the gatekeeper.
That's me, man. I'm the porter. Want to be.
It's gonna be amazing, dude. Young would be so hyped on this. Poor guy doesn't get to see it. Carl Jung.
Okay.
This is digital individuation. Like this is something he would have.
I think he
this
would.
is like carrying his work with the greatest sense of honor that could have.
I'm pretty sure he would have a stroke. Like if he just saw what today was like. Yeah, it's too much.
Huh?
It's too much of a little and not a lot of the small. That makes sense. Like deep introspection versus like the amount of stimuli today and information is just too overwhelming for like people to have space. Those moments where there's nothing, like you in the phone in the forest, or like even me. Like my SIM card slot is broken, so I went the whole weekend without a phone. Like same in the mountains, and that's when you really experience shit. That's when you really, even when there's no people. When there's people, you have these conversations. You have space. You need to have space between events to process things. And yeah, I think Carl Jung would definitely, I don't know, but he'd probably be what's needed today. But I don't know. I wonder what he would think. What do you think he would think about the state and the potential? No, not the potential. That's the worst word to say.
I think he would study the sad boy community and the penny boys community deeply. I mean that he would, because it is something emergent. It is not standard. It's emergent, and emergent things are just, in my opinion, life fixing itself. That's my own personal philosophy. Like I just think life is always trying to correct. The only issue is it will never push away from union. It can't, because that's the natural state. It's the delusion I have that there is no union that creates the illusion that I hold dear. So I create the illusion. It's not that simple. It's not your fault. Someone installed it in you as this is the only way. Sometimes it was beat into you, screamed into you. So like, give yourself a break. We don't need to go there. These are here. You landed here, so this is, I would say, like, this is one of the maybe 5 places in the entire world where you'll get the care you do. I don't give a shit what business you're in. I mean that literally. There's just not a better group of people that exists. It doesn't occur.
Honestly, I've had a change of heart with a lot of things recently, and I think that we are the majority, man. It's just, you're right. There's not a lot of places where people can meet like this, but there are hot spots where people do meet. Like that one game I'm playing, that's one, and it makes no sense at all. The CEOs they're playing, spending $30,000 a month. The people that are free to play. You have, the top.
Well, they're
woman,
they're making money. They're selling data. They're making money.
I'm bringing them all here, man. Yeah,
I love that. Dude, look, this is a blanket statement to everyone. This is basically the one place where all the kids are all playing together and everybody's welcome to play here. Like there are no like rules to keep you out. No, there's rules of how you need to behave for sure, but common rules, common sense. My point is this: any of you listening, if you're like, hey, I actually know someone, I think I could help with that Odin thing with the AI thing. Like, dude, okay, awesome. We need it. So please. Hey, I know someone at Berkeley that does research. Like, yes, yes, please. I need credible scientists that can validate what I think we all know. I mean, you guys, for those of you that have used Odin, you see it, you get it. It's different, but we need professionals to validate it. So if anybody has any introductions that can be made, genuinely, I'll wear a suit and I'll make you proud. I don't embarrass people. That's number one. I know I cuss and vape, but like if you make an introduction, I'll never do that to you. Just FYI. I fully respect and understand the seriousness, but yeah, I think we're gonna kind of figure out how to podcast this shit and then just send you the trade stuff, maybe in an email. Like we could still talk about it and stuff, but I kind of like the idea of giving like the playbook and understanding the concepts while we're here, understanding how we interact with the system while we're here, because the system's a system. We'll help you build it. You sign up, we literally build it with you. So that's done. So sign up, get a membership, we'll build it with you. Then come to this, we'll talk about how do I interact with it. Like now I have this device, what do I do with it? You're just holding it in your hands. Like, hey guys, it looks really cool. What do I do? And we'll show you. So if you're not in, get in. But we're figuring out. I appreciate all 209 or whatever that have watched this. I love you. I appreciate your attention and time, and I hope you got something out of it. If you didn't, then yell at us, and we'll get something out of it next time. So I love y'all. Friday, 3:30 Eastern, live trading on Discord. Get up in there. Love y'all. Stay blessed now. Ta-ta.